Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna talk about South America. In this video, we will discuss 5 of the easiest countries to get citizenship in South America. The ways we will discuss actually involve living in one of the countries in the region, and in most cases, learning the language. So if you're interested in South America and you want to learn Portuguese or Spanish, there are plenty of options for you to come down to one of the countries, stay for a while, understand the local culture, maybe start a business and become a citizen in the process. And before we start the usual talk, if you want to travel, move or invest abroad, hit the like button, check our other videos, book a consultation call with me, the link is in the description. Let's plan your immigration strategy together. And most importantly, subscribe! Let's start! We're gonna start our list today with Argentina. Argentina is a great option if you want to live in South America for a few years, experience the local lifestyle, learn Spanish, and on top of that, become a citizen of the country. The time needed for an applicant to become eligible for Argentine citizenship is quite short, and after just 2 years living in the country, you may apply to become a citizen of Argentina. The Argentine passport is the second strongest in Latin America, just after Chile. Argentinians can travel visa-free for short stays to the European Union, to the UK, to Russia, and even to Japan. Very few South American passports have visa-free access to Japan, and the Argentine passport is one of them. The second option in the list is Peru. Peru is also a great option if you want to live in South America and obtain a second citizenship relatively fast. By residing in Peru 2 consecutive years, you can apply for Peruvian nationality. The Peruvian passport is a relatively strong one. You can enter any country part of the European Union without a visa for stays of up to 90 days. Peruvian passport holders also can travel to Russia visa-free for stays of up to 90 days. Peru is a great country if you want to live in South America and enjoy a low cost of living, as well as various opportunities in a number of business sectors. The population of Peru is one of the fastest growing in South America, so a number of business sectors in the country, including real estate and infrastructure, still offer better opportunities than in other countries in the region. Peru is growing at higher rates than countries like Argentina and Brazil, for example. The next country is Brazil. Brazil is another option if you want to live in South America and acquire a quite strong passport after living a number of years in a country. In Brazil, the time requirement to apply for citizenship is 4 years, but Brazil has a lot of exceptions in which you can apply for citizenship with a much shorter time living in the country. If you're married to a Brazilian national or if you have a child born in Brazil, you can apply for citizenship after just 1 year living in the country. Citizens of Portuguese-speaking countries can also apply after just 1 year residing in Brazil. It is also mandatory to know the Portuguese language in order to successfully acquire Brazilian citizenship. The Brazilian passport is a pretty strong one, with visa-free access for short stays in the European Union, the UK, Russia, and many others, although you will need a visa to go to the US or Canada, for example. The next country is Bolivia. Bolivia is another country in South America that may be a good option if you want to move to the continent and also if you want to invest. Bolivia is currently one of the fastest growing countries in South America, but it is also one of the poorest, so it might just be a perfect place to invest if you have the right idea. To acquire Bolivian citizenship, you will need to reside 3 years in the country. Among the Spanish-speaking countries in South America, Bolivia actually has the weakest passport. You cannot travel to the EU or UK without a visa using a Bolivian passport. The last country in today's list is Colombia. Colombia is the last country in the list and also the one that requires more time on the ground to get citizenship. Colombia is also one of the most stable countries currently in the region and one of the closest to travel to if you are coming from the US or Canada. In Colombia, however, you will need to live 5 years in the country to apply for citizenship. The good thing is that there are a number of exceptions, so if you qualify in one of them, you can get it much faster. If you were born in any other Latin American country, you can apply for Colombian citizenship after residing just 1 year in Colombia. If you are married to a Colombian national, after 2 years residing in the country, you can also apply for citizenship. Now I'm gonna talk about some of the advantages of having one South American citizenship. The first one is dual citizenship. Most countries in South America allow dual citizenship in cases of naturalization. So if you are a citizen of Argentina, for example, and you want to become a citizen of Portugal, you will be able to keep both passports. The other way around is also true. If you are a Portuguese citizen, for example, and you want to become a citizen of Argentina, you can keep both nationalities. Of course, that does not apply to all countries and all cases, so make sure it is the case for your individual situation and if that's important to you. The second advantage is a little bit of a less known advantage of most passports in South America. If you are a citizen of most South American countries and if you move to Spain, you may be able to apply for Spanish citizenship just after living 2 years in the country, when the usual requirement is 10 years. This advantage actually applies to the citizens of the Ibero-America, which actually engulfs all countries in South and Central America that speak either Spanish or Portuguese. So, not all countries in South America are part of this, since Guyana and Suriname actually are countries in which Portuguese and Spanish are not spoken as their official languages. So, if you really like the Spanish language and you want to explore options in the region, but also have a presence in Europe, this can be a great option. It is very common to find dual citizens of Spain and one South American country, as the region is culturally linked for centuries. The next advantage is that South American passports usually have strong visa-free access for short stays to many countries. Contrary to what most people think, most South American passports are actually quite good to travel in Europe and Asia. This doesn't apply to all countries in the region, but to most of them. The strongest passport by far in the region is the Chilean one, which offers visa-free access for short stays in the European Union, in the UK, but also to the US and Canada. Currently, the Chilean passport is the only one in South America which allows its citizens to travel visa-free to the US and Canada. As I said in the video, many South American passports have visa-free access to Russia, which is not available for EU, UK and US citizens. So, if you're traveling with a South American passport, in many cases you will be able to travel to a number of countries without having to apply for a visa. Another interesting advantage of having a South American passport is that, depending on which citizenship you have, you will be able to live and work in other South American countries depending on regional or bilateral agreements. This applies to Mercosur, for example. So, a citizen of Uruguay can live and work in Argentina, dealing with much less bureaucracy than a third country citizen. Being a citizen of South America actually opens you the gates to many other countries in Latin America that speak Spanish and Portuguese, and even in Europe in the case of Portugal, Spain and Andorra. Of course, the number of advantages will vary from country to country, but usually they are more or less present in most countries in the region. And now one very important consideration if you want to move and get a citizenship in South America. One important thing you should consider is that once you reach the number of years needed to apply for naturalization, you will be able to start your process. That doesn't mean that once you have the requirements, you will get your citizenship instantly. The naturalization process can be a lengthy one, varying from country to country. In some cases, it may just take a few months, but in others, it can even take from 1 to 2 years. That's it for today's video. And to end the video, the usual gibberish. If you want to travel, move or invest abroad, hit the like button, check our other videos, book a consultation call with me, the link is in the description, and most importantly, subscribe! Let's start. No, let's finish. See you next time.